and Amanda always online. Grab your headphones, it's review time. Music's their love, their niche divine. Laughs and insights mixed like wine. Every strong and every beat. They analyze, they can't be beat. Tuning in on the socials neat. Join the fun and take your seat. If music's your thing, come along. Hear Amanda sing her song. Chris plays the notes all day long. Together they make us strong.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Song Swap Showdown, your weekly musical throwdown show. I am one of two of your hosts. My name is Chris, and I am joined by that girl.
Hello. Good
How are
morning,
ya?
everyone. You know what? I'm good. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
It's gloomy here in Michigan. How's the weather near you, everybody? And how is the weather near you, Chris Baglio?
There's snow on the ground today. We got a little snow last night. Not a lot, but enough it's I would say it's a coating. It's a coating up here in northwest New Jersey.
That's for us North people. We know what coating means, but to the
Right.
people in the South, well, I think they've learned kind of what coating may mean. They've gotten more snow than you and I combined.
Yeah, it's
been
a coating.
Coating, yeah. This is just a gentle dusting to make the snow we had look fresh.
That is right. Just a fresh powder.
That's right.
Well, hey guys, so if this is your first time ever tuning in to Song Swap Showdown, listening to us, maybe you found us over wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, or you hear us on YouTube or watching us on YouTube, or of course, Radio Garden State. Well, how the show typically works is Amanda and I each swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before, and we rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a skip.
We got one.
Skip. Out of here. All the way up, though, to 5 records, which is heavenly music to our ears. That's right. That's going on the Eternity playlist. That's songs. Those are music. Those are songs you never get sick of hearing, no matter how many times you hear them. They are perfect pieces of musical examples of heavenly bliss. That's what they are. That's
right.
A 5 record song. And we have been generous over the years, you know. But listen, guys, it's not always a 5 record song. Some of you may agree or disagree with what we've given to be 5 record songs in the past.
Yeah.
But hey, this is our show and we can do whatever we want. So you can always let your voices be heard. So if you're watching us live, play along to the game of Song Swap Showdown. Let us know in the comments as we go along. How would you rate the songs that we're talking about on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Of course, if you are listening or watching this in the future and it's on your favorite podcast platform or over on YouTube, well, leave it in the comments because we would love to hear from you. Now, every week on this show, there's a theme, right? We adhere to a theme. We used to spin a wheel of themes at the end of the show, but because we're trying to keep the show to 60 minutes, we are now doing the wheel of themes on social media. However, this week, we called an audible. We were like, listen, let's pay attention to what's going on in the world. And what's going on in the world, well, mainly United States, but it's really become a global thing now, is that this is, in the United States, Super Bowl week, right? The NFL, National Football League. This is it. This is the culmination of an entire season's worth of football where 2 teams face off for each other to get the world championship in the United States. Makes no sense, but it is the Super Bowl. And around that, because it is a very big cultural event here, that means Super Bowl parties. And so Amanda and I decided to hijack the wheel this week and say, listen, we're going to put together what would be on our Super Bowl party playlist. Now, we only do 3 songs each because obviously there's thousands of songs we could put on. Now, what makes this show really funny today, though, is that Amanda does not really watch football.
No.
And Amanda doesn't really go to parties or do parties. So this is why this is going to be fun, because I will say I'm impressed with Amanda's list this week, and I gotta suspect she had help. I suspect you had help putting this together this week.
Oh, you know me so well. You know me so well. You know, I went straight to the boys.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. And I was like, you guys, help me along. And so they did. And then I was like, I need some even more help. So I'm going to go to the chat GPT. And I did. And that's how my first song to you ended up on there. I was like, oh, this is a fun addition.
It
The
is.
other two were staple suggestions. So I did have help. And listen, I don't want to use the word hate football
Mhm.
because that seems awfully strong to hate
It's very,
football.
very strong. Very strong.
And I don't even necessarily dislike it. Like, I just don't even want to think about it. Like, I don't even want it as like a file in my brain. It bores me. I feel like the mom in me is like, oh, these babies are going to get hurt. And very understanding that a lot of these men that are playing, at least in the NFL, are
Mhm.
grown men who have older children of their own. Like these. So I get it, but like I just don't get football. They hurt each other. They play in very cold weather, which makes me just not understand it even more. The refs, I think, are corrupt.
Well, I mean, listen, join the club on that one. Join the club. Join the club. I got plenty to say about this year's
Oh,
Super
I
Bowl.
can't wait to hear.
So, first of
can't wait
all,
to
we'd
hear.
love to hear from you guys in the comments. Who do you want to win? We've got the Kansas
Nobody.
City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles
Surprise.
in the Super Bowl. All right.
Again.
Everybody in the world is sick of the Chiefs and their nonsense and the refs helping them out. And you guys all know, whoever watch football, you know it's to be true. Even as a Kansas City Chiefs fan,
I
you
even
guys
know
gotta
that.
Yeah. And of course, no one, I'm saying this with a lot of hate, guys, because I am a New York Giants fan.
Of course you are.
And I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. And I just, so who do you want to win? Not the Eagles. That means you're rooting for the Chiefs?
Nope.
No. But I do not want the Philadelphia Eagles to win. And I'm not apologizing to any of our Philadelphia fans out there. Listen, I love you guys. I love you all. I'm happy for you to support the show. I hate the Eagles and I never want them to see them win anything. So there we go.
This is
spoken. Anybody in the NFC East, Mark Ronick, if you're watching, you know you're a Washington fan. We all band together. Even my hated Dallas Cowboys, who I can't stand. Even we're all banding together as a band of brothers against our hate for the.
Well, and listen, maybe we're talking a lot about this, but this is today's theme, so we are allowed to talk about this.
We can.
So I cannot go without mentioning in this episode that our Detroit Lions here in Michigan, though, had a very beautiful run.
I was rooting for the Lions this entire season. I had them picked. I thought for sure they're going to the Super Bowl. And man, talk about a team that collapsed again. Second year in a row, they make it and they collapse. I could not believe what I saw. That game was disgusting.
Yeah, and then
as
you
a Detroit
watched.
fan, I would not be a Detroit fan anymore.
But you know what? This is the thing about the Detroit Lions fans are
Old Lions.
That's what I say, and I was always like, "Mom." Then I'm like, "Well, it's true." But the thing about them, us fans up here, is we've had such bad years for so long, and we are still fans.
Yeah. Well,
this was an amazing year, even if it didn't end the way we wanted. I mean, it broke very many team records, and I think that's a good thing. And so, like, I don't even like football, to my point, but there was something very captivating about the story behind the Lions.
Absolutely.
Is very sweet, and the coaching and the players. And it's just really fun. And I have a lot of players from Michigan go to Lions if they can. To stay around, and little baby Aiden Hutchison is one of my little favorites, even though he didn't play a lot this year.
Yep.
The little baby Aiden.
Well, Amon-Ra St. Brown has been my keeper in my fantasy league for the last 2 seasons. And I'm a big Amon-Ra St. Brown fan. He didn't have the best of seasons this year, but he was still really good. Listen, there's a lot to like about the Detroit Lions. And if you don't like Barry Sanders, come on. You're not a football fan. It doesn't matter. Like, you got to love Barry Sanders. You got to listen, the Detroit Lions, the poor Detroit Lions.
The poor Detroit Lions.
And on top of that, their coach, Dan Campbell, was a Giant. He was on the Giants. He was a player. And so you got to root for that too. So anyway, and no, I'm not rooting for Saquon Barkley. Get out of here, guys. I don't care if he was on the Giants. He's a traitor. I don't care. I don't care what he does. I don't care what records he breaks. It's not with the Giants. You're on the Eagles. Out of here.
So what is let me ask, the hate for the Eagles? Obviously, it's not just logistically speaking, like, right?
I mean, I'm a New York Giants fan, right? We are the NFC East together. They are a hated rival. I cannot stand the Eagles and I cannot stand the Dallas Cowboys. Cannot stand either of those teams. The Washington Commanders, as they are now known as, why I do not like them, the hate I have for them is I don't have the same level of hate for the Commanders as I do. Always bitter rivals, always great football games, for the most part throughout the years. But listen, the Giants have been a very bad football team for 10 years now. There's nothing else. I mean, they screwed up. They let Saquon go. Like, they made a ton of mistakes that have gotten them to this point. Still, I don't like it. Don't like the Eagles being in the Super Bowl. Of course, my daughter's boyfriend, he's a big Eagles fan. He's from the Philly area. Now, he's Jersey, but anybody. People from South Jersey are into the Philadelphia sports teams. It is what it is because they feel like they're in Philly, even though they're in South Jersey. It might as well be a different country. I don't even know South Jersey. North Jersey, as we all know, is the best part of the state. As I say this on Radio Garden State. But listen, we love all of New Jersey. Just kidding. But South Jersey is very, very different from North Jersey. So a lot of South Jersey people are fans of Philadelphia sports teams. The Flyers, the Eagles, the 76ers, the Phillies, all that stuff, whatever. All teams I can't stand. Whereas I am a New York Giants fan, a New York Mets fan, and of course the New York Rangers fan. And then people get on me because I'm in New Jersey and I don't like the Devils and all that. It's a whole other thing. But that's where it's at. So yeah, it's a heated rivalry for many, many years. And no, I do not like the Eagles and I do not want them to win the Super Bowl.
So funny that we're doing a Super Bowl show where I'm not even going to be watching it. And two, you question if you're even going to watch it because you hate the teams that are in it.
So a lot of people are like that. Reality is the game will be on. We're going to a party. I mean, a very small party. It's just friends.
You are so cool.
And we're getting together. There's going to be 6 of us. We're going over a friend's house. We'll have the game will be on. I will be focused on commercials and I will be focused on winning money because, of course, Super Bowl boxes. So those are the only things I'm concerned with. And hopefully the Eagles will lose. End of story. And I see some good commercials. And I'll eat a lot of food that I'm not supposed to eat and have some partake in some beverages.
This is, Chris, I love you with all my heart. You know that. But this is one of my dreams. That you clip out a little bit of your hate for the Eagles and you put it on the good old YouTube. And sometimes you'll get the comments this week.
I probably will. We may get comments from this. So I may just clip this and say,
I want a week off.
Yeah. Yes. Down with the Philadelphia Eagles. Boo. No. No Philadelphia Eagles will win the Super Bowl. Yes, I guess that means that technically Kansas City will win because somebody has to win. But I'm not rooting for anybody. I'm rooting to win money. I'm rooting for good commercials and for Philly to not win. That's what I'm rooting for. That's my... Now, today's playlist, today's show, Super Bowl party playlist, because, as most people do, there's a party involved, right? You got people over, you hang out. There's a lot of pre-gaming before the game goes on, so you're hanging out. You got music is a big part of that. So I selected 3 songs for you that are actually on or from my, I would say it's a community playlist.
Sure.
Our Giants Yo tailgate playlist. Shout out to Giants Yo family. So these are selections from our tailgate playlist that also make the party playlist as well. And I gave you, I feel like a pretty diverse sampling of hype songs for that. I mean, it's a party, right? You want to be hyped, you want to have a good time.
Yeah.
But, it can't all be heavy music. You can't, so you kind of like...
Yeah, you got to have a good playlist worth of a little bit of everything for everybody.
I think you got to respect the party and read the room a little bit too. Like, don't need to be playing Lamb of God at the Super Bowl party continuously. Maybe one Lamb of God song. But you can't do like 10 Lamb of God songs in a row or Kill Switch Engage. Like you gotta mix it up. It's a party. It's for everybody. Yeah. So that's what I feel like my playlist to you this week is sort of that sampling. And your playlist to me was quite surprising. And I knew you had help because once again, guys, Amanda, as much as she is a social butterfly and you see her on social media, there's the social version of Amanda, the social media version of Amanda, and then there's real life Amanda, which I know pretty well. And Amanda doesn't go to parties. Amanda doesn't put parties on.
No,
She does not go to Super Bowl parties.
not at all.
So this is why this would be a funny episode, because this is Amanda imagining. See, here's a guy. Here it is, guys. Amanda would want to be invited to the party, but she's going to respectfully decline every time.
And you know what? That's the beauty. People invite me to all sorts of things because they know I'm not going to come. So
They know you're not coming.
I'm that +1 that never comes, so they can be like, I'm going to make her feel good by inviting her, but I don't have to feed her.
No.
I don't have to make a place for her because she's not going to come.
She's not going to come, but I need to do the invite so the credit is acknowledged both ways. You feel, okay, I was remembered and thought about.
Yeah.
You also know I'm respectfully going to decline every time, but I appreciate you inviting me every time.
Absolutely.
But I'm never going to come to your party. When
I get an invitation in the mail and it's already pre-checked, not coming.
Right.
That's a person who knows me.
That's a person who knows you really well. And it has nothing to do with your dislike of people. It just means that Amanda doesn't really want to leave the house.
Outside of what I'm just, when I'm out in the world,
she knows what she knows.
I'm out and I'm doing the things and I'm socializing.
Yes.
And it's nice that just when we get home that we can be at home and be off a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And poor Marcus, because we all know he travels a lot. And so when he comes home, he gets bored being at home though. And so for the last 3 cycles of him being home, he's like, did you ask Casey and Christy to come over on Friday to play our murder mystery game with us? And I was like, well, I meant to, but I didn't. And I said, I will next time that you're home. And then this time came again. And he's like, so are Casey and Christy coming over? And I was like, well, about that again, I meant to. I mean well, and then my heart and my brain and my exhaustion take over. It's just pathetic. I know. I'm the oldest 40-something-year-old you'll ever meet.
If we were living close to each other, this would all end. Because you wouldn't have a choice. I would just show up. And I would love to play murder mystery games with you.
Absolutely.
But you know what? All about it.
This is the thing. Like, I wouldn't feel like I would have to be hosting you.
No, I'll just bring all my own stuff. I'll cook.
You would
you
would be here. So, and if I fell asleep on the couch while you were here, like you and Marcus would still talk.
Yeah,
Rachel. Yeah, like it's fine. You meet me where I'm at, and for that I love it.
Yeah, it's fine. We're used to it. We have friends all the time. We hang out with people, fall asleep on the couch. They go. Rachel, we're hanging out. Rachel goes, I'm going to bed. It's like 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
We're all still hanging out. Like it's fine. It's all good.
Like that's okay. Like those are your real true friends.
Yes. So all right, guys, we got a lot of music to get to. We spent 20 minutes here talking about the Super Bowl, my hate for the Eagles, why Amanda wants to be invited to parties but will never come, but keep inviting her.
Please.
And all this stuff. So let's talk about some of our playlist picks for this week. So Amanda, I want to start with you.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I think I want to jump right into it. So here is your pick to me was Here for the Party by Gretchen Wilson, which I had not heard this song, but you have given me some Gretchen Wilson stuff before in the past, and I have dug Gretchen Wilson. I like she's got a vibe. She's got a vibe. I dig it. She's a little bit of she's a little rough, you know,
a little blunt.
Yeah. I like that. That. She's cool. So this is coming off of her record, of course. Here for the Party. Was the name of the record, and this was released back in 2004, May 11th, 2004. So see, I didn't even know this was like that far out. I thought
20. It's hard to believe it's 20 years or 21 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. The lead single originally released off this record, Redneck Woman, became a massive success and spent 5 weeks atop the U.S. hot country charts. Then it followed up with the song we're about to hear, Here for the Party, and then also other singles, When I Think About Cheatin', which I think we've covered out before, and Home Wrecker.
Home Wrecker is the one we did. Yeah.
So she did win in the 47th Annual Grammy Awards in 2005. Oh, she received 4 nominations: Best New Artist, Best Country Record, Best Country Song for Redneck Woman, and Best Female Country Vocal Performance for Redneck Woman.
Yeah.
With the latter winning the award as of 2023. Here for the Party is certified 5 times platinum by the RIAA for sales over 5 million copies sold.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes. Crazy. And so listening to this song, I would never have known this song, and I wouldn't have voluntarily chosen to put this on, but now that it's on my radar, I feel like it fits on a Super Bowl party playlist.
It's appropriate, right?
I feel it's very appropriate to kind of get the party going. I think it's definitely it's a crowd. I could see it being a crowd pleaser.
Yep.
You know, I think that's important. So let's check out a little bit of Here for the Party, as they say, by Gretchen Wilson. Let's hear a little bit of this.
That's right.
Let's hear this. Okay, here we go. Try to get this going. Come on.
Your attitude.
Right away. Right away. Good riff.
Well, I'm an 8-ball shooting, double-fisted drinking son of a gun.
I'm in. I'm locked in. I love it. I love party in.
I wear my jeans a little tight just to watch the little boys come undone.
Definitely Super Bowl party material.
I'm here for the beer and the ball-busting band. Gonna get a little crazy just because I can. You know I'm here for the party, and I ain't leaving till they throw me out.
Ain't leaving till you throw me
Gonna
out, yeah.
have a little fun, gonna get me some. You know I'm here. I'm here for the party.
Yeah, so I'm digging it. I dig it. I think this is very appropriate for Super Bowl party playlist. I feel like that the lyrics are great. You know, it's exactly what you want. She's hanging out. She's having a good time at the party. She's drinking. She's going to be the last person. Actually, you're going to have to throw her out. She's the one that after everybody's gone, she's still hanging out. And you're like, it's 2:00 in the morning. I got to go to work.
Yeah.
You got to leave. Or, you know what? I'm calling you an Uber right now because chances are they're not in a state to drive. So I'm like, listen, I'm calling you an Uber, or you can sleep on the couch, but I'm going to bed. It's over.
100%.
It's over, Johnny. Like, that's it. Like, so she sounds like that kind of a person. She's like, well, no, let's go. Let's go to the bar. The bar's still open. And I'm like, no, I got to go to bed. I'm done. I'm out of gas. So anyway, cool song. Definitely appropriate for Super Bowl party playlist. So where do I rate this on a scale of 1 to 5 records? And I want to know from you guys, how would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 5 records if you're playing along at home? I'm squarely going to put this at a 4.2 records. I think it's it's a rockin' song. I would not have chosen before to put this on, but now that it's on my radar, I'm going to add this. I would add this to Sunday's playlist. If we're putting playlists together, which I'm sure we will be, of course, or we're going to session, like we say that in session. You know what that means? A session. You know what that
No.
is? All right. So Spotify, because, I'm a paid Spotify user. They don't sponsor the show. It's just that it's easy.
Yeah, we just,
everybody has Spotify. So you can create a jam session so if you're all at a party together, someone can start the playlist and then you share the code out and everybody else can contribute to the playlist. So it's like a real organic thing. So we always say, hey, I'm going to session. I'm session in.
Oh, and you know what would be funny?
Be cool.
I would throw a song on that and everybody would look at me like it would start and everyone would go, Amanda, this is not appropriate for this playlist.
You're like, what a buzzkill.
What a buzzkill. And I want to just clarify, Chris said the Sunday playlist, not his normal Sunday playlist. This Sunday playlist for the Super Bowl playlist.
That's right. Exactly.
I don't think he's going to be Gretchen Wilson-ing his Easy Like a Sunday Morning playlist.
Not on the Easy Like a Sunday Morning playlist. This isn't easy like a Sunday morning.
Not quite the song.
This is definitely the party, rocking. I'm getting ready. I like this. I like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I have this CD, and I still actually have this CD, and all of the songs on it are just real, like, pumper-uppers. There's a couple, of course, that are a little bit more ballady, but she is just so edgy and raw. And, I feel like she got what she was looking for out of her music career and then realized, like, I got everything I wanted, but maybe it wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
And she really fizzled out, but I don't think because she didn't have momentum for more. I think she just realized like it was too much time away from, I don't know if she has just 1 or 2 kids. I think the career just ended up being too consuming for her. And I'm putting words in her mouth. It's not like I've had a conversation with Gretchen.
I was going to say, it sounds like you guys are tight.
I feel like based on what she did and kind of like during the same time that I was becoming a mom, she was mom. Like there were just things that you have to step away from for a little bit when you're really momming hard to a young one. Right. So I feel like we were kind of on our motherhood journey together.
Yeah, she doesn't sound like she was partying all that hard after this.
No, I think
this is making it be like she was out there partying,
Yeah, and I think and I think we don't, especially. I mean, we talk about like in metal how hard they go. They metal hard, they drink a lot, but when you're not, and they party hard, but when you're not that type of partier when it comes to, say, maybe country music,
right?
You're just doing your job. That job is very time consuming.
Yeah. It is.
It sucks your life away.
It
So
does. It really does.
that's my soapbox.
Yeah.
And Dave Manley coming in with 3.6 for Gretchen. Not my normal thing, but catchy and strong. I agree.
Very good. That's a very respectable rating, Dave. Very respectable. And by the
Both-
way, I do want to address something before we continue on. I feel like we're gonna have to address this every single episode from now on.
Okay.
And I base this on the comments that we get on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Where else are we gonna get the comments that we get that we always have to address? Of course, they're coming from YouTube.
They're coming from YouTube.
YouTube people who watch the show or watch pieces of the show, whatever. Or if you're listening on. We don't get a lot of comments from the people who listen on audio feed. It's mostly from. But if you are listening to this, two things. One big thing you have to understand is Amanda and I listen to these songs in full before we do the show. Okay, we do not play the entire song for A, we want to keep the show moving along, and B, on YouTube as it is. They are always demonetizing they demonetize our content every episode. And on top of that, if we play an entire song, they take the video down and then I got to go through disputes. And sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. And it's got to be honest, it's a real pain in the neck, and we want to make sure the content's getting out to you guys. So we literally try to keep it to 60 seconds. Of course, here on Radio Garden State, we can play the whole song because everything's covered under licensing and publishing. That's what the station does. But for YouTube and everywhere else, we cannot play the full song because of all these reasons. So when you guys complain in the comments that, how can you guys rate a song you haven't even listened to the whole thing? We have listened to the entire song multiple times. What you hear here is the first 60 seconds. We've already listened to the song. So just letting you guys know, and I feel like I'm going to have to say this every time.
And let me tell you,
we do listen to the whole song.
And sometimes it's miserable when it's a song you don't like and you still have to listen to it several times.
That's the show.
It's the show. It's the pain behind the show.
It's the pain behind the show.
But mostly it's fun, good stuff.
Yeah, mostly. So anyway, disclaimer over. Once again, 4.2 records for Gretchen Wilson here for the party. So Amanda, my first song to you
was Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC. Totally appropriate song for a super dope. I guess I said super dough. I got dough on my mind.
You're talking about your sourdough collection.
I guess sourdough on my brain. Your Super Bowl playlist here, I think, is excellent. It's, I don't know. I don't really have much to say. I mean, there's a couple facts about it. I didn't realize that the one person, Chris is expressing a lot of anger today. Papa Baglio, he's hyped up on energy.
Too much coffee.
This was Brian Johnson's first song with the band right after the previous, which I don't think I wrote down his name, passed away from drinking too much. How sad.
So Bon Scott. Scott was the original singer of AC/DC. Yes, he and there's a lot of all these there's a mythology around this and all that. But yes, he did pass away. It was a big blow to the band. Yeah. And Brian Johnson was the next vocalist, and Back in Black was this. That's why the record album's black and all, because it's just this tribute of the band is in mourning, they're depressed, but they're
rightfully so.
There's actually versions of these songs you can hear with Bon Scott on it as they were demoing this record. So they were in the process of getting ready to record this record when Bon Scott passed away. And of course Brian Johnson stepped in and this, when you talk about iconic rock records that will forever live in the pantheon of influential rock music, this is a top 10 record. It's a must own in everybody's record collection. If you're any kind of fan of rock music and you don't have Back in Black in your collection, I'm ripping your card up.
Ooh, you heard it here first. Oh, he's got
That's your rock card getting ripped up if you don't own Back in Black.
Look at how that one piece, just to rub it in their face a little longer. Just so you remember, folks.
Just so you remember.
And then
I hope again, I didn't need these notes, by the way. I think
Chris is expressing a lot of anger. Yeah, you absolutely 100% just ripped up all your notes on my other two songs, didn't you?
I did.
That's okay. We'll get through it. But this song was totally appropriate for a Super Bowl playlist. And it takes me back to, because when I heard it, I was like, oh, this just seems so fine compared to some of the other songs that you gave me. Like my musical ears have definitely continued to open where I'm like, I wouldn't turn this song. I don't hate this song. Where season 1 folks, Amanda was a snob about it, and I would have been like, 2 records.
And I would have been like, how do you give AC/DC 2 records? But nowadays, Amanda has look, even you gave me Gretchen Wilson, and I just gave it a 4.2. I was like, I really like this. I would put this on a playlist.
It's very interesting. So let's play a little bit before I give my rating.
All right, yeah, let's play a little bit of Shoot the Thrill if you've never heard this.
I mean, I think this is a get you going, get you moving, get you partying song.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. This is also great when it showed up in Iron Man. A perfect song to be an Iron Man. Actually, Iron Man 2. Comes on there, he's into it. Yeah, there it is. Love it.
You're like, there it is.
There it is. Love it.
When I hear this song, it's very specifically, again, I'm focusing on football, where you can almost see like a sizzle reel for a team. You know, this is being played to like a little highlight reel of the Detroit Lions, and there's some cheerleaders going on. There's some really good plays that they're showing, some player information. So I feel like this is a really good song. Again, just for the football season in general, specifically. Super Bowl, not dough.
perfect for the Super Bowl and Super Dough.
Yes,
sourdough.
Yes, I bet my sourdough would rise to this pretty well.
And Dave is saying sourdough would be more fun with tackling and cheerleaders.
Well, for me though, my sourdough is very peaceful and tranquil.
Yes. Emily,
and
Emma. Sorry, Miss Emma. Sorry, TikTok army at Miss Emma.
They will be livid. But Miss Emma has produced many a babies.
I think you should make another sourdough and just play it like AC/DC and things like that and see what happens. Yeah, see what happens.
Like, wasn't there experiments with plants? Like some listen to classical, some listen to others, and they grew different.
Yeah, they do it with plants. Yeah,
I love it. All right, so where do I rate Shoot to Thrill? I think for the purpose of the Super Bowl for this episode,
Super Bowl party playlist,
I think it's a 4.0.
Yeah, I agree. It's I would probably do it higher, but I'm biased.
Fair. Understood.
4.0 is very good. Dave's going with a 3.8. Solid song, but not one of my favorites, which I get.
Understood.
But it is a rockin' tune, man. Rockin' tune.
Very good.
Love it. Our buddy Mark Ronick.
Good morning,
in with
Mark.
Hey CNA. Good morning, Mark. Ronick, how are you? And Mark and I, we did a tailgate show together last season. We did a tailgate playlist show, and that was a ton of fun. And see, Mark is with me. He is a Washington Commanders fan, and he is much like me. We do not want to see the Eagles win anything. Nothing. We don't. Nothing. So he'll chime in. I'm sure he'll chime in. So we are moving the show along, but I do want to quickly jump in with some of the picks that we got. So Dave, of course, gave us some picks as he normally does. So I'm going to go through those quickly before we move on to our second songs for each other. Dave is saying Super Bowl songs for Chris this week. Carolina Chocolate Drops, You Be Illin. Quarterbackin'. Oh, no, Clips. Sorry. The name of the band is Clips Quarterbackin'. And the New Pornographers, great band out of Canada. Football. All right.
Football.
Superb Owl Songs, Super Bowl. I think
That's so funny. It looks
Superb Owl. Yeah, Superb Owl Songs.
That's what we're calling it now.
Yeah, Superb Owl Songs for Amanda. Bobby Bear, drop kick me, Jesus, through the goalposts of life.
Life. Okay.
Love
All
it.
right. I love it.
Gwen Stefani, Holla Back Girl,
Can't go wrong.
and Prince, Purple and Gold.
Fair enough.
Can't go
Fair
wrong.
enough.
Can't go wrong. And then our buddy, Mr. Ian from Australia, checking in. He's saying Super Bowl day, or as it's called in Australia, 24 days till Australian rules football season starts.
Fair.
That's good.
Oh.
There you go. Thank you, Ian, for checking in. So, yep. Oh, my aunt checking in too. I hate the Eagles too. That's right. No Eagles. Yep. Not that I want KC though. Exactly. But
See,
we don't want the Eagles.
This is what everyone's saying. So, like, it's just amazing that two hated teams are who are in the Super Bowl. You can't tell me.
Here it is. America does not want the Eagles to win. Nor do they want Kansas City to win. But America really doesn't want the Eagles to win.
Isn't that crazy?
It's not. It makes sense.
But I think Amanda Yoa,
All right, well, she's from Philadelphia. So
she is an Eagles fan.
And we love Amanda. Amanda's great. Her show's awesome. She's awesome. She does a lot of great funny reels. She does got Patty, the Eagles fan. Like, she does it really great. She's very funny. We love Amanda. She's awesome. I'm sorry, Amanda. I hate your team. But you know what? She hates the Giants. It's okay. It's just sports.
It is. But I think she's the only one that I've actually heard that wants and likes the Eagles. So the rest of the world, though,
she's from Philly. Yeah. Dave saying my favorite football movie is The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Hackman. That is good.
Really good.
The one, I think, The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds.
Very good too.
Great movie. Great football.
Very good.
All right.
Yes.
Let's keep the show moving because we got about 20 minutes left. Amanda, your next song to me is a classic, and everybody knows this song.
Look at him already doing it.
You're already doing it. That is House of Pain, Jump Around. Now, I remember when this dropped in 1992. We were like, whoa, look at these guys. What great hip hop. Came on the scene. MTV played Jump Around like constantly. And it's funny too, like this year was like there was a lot of songs that jump. Like we had Crisscross. That was the #1 song with Jump.
Yeah.
Crisscross is gonna make you jump. That was another one. There was another one called The Movement, and they had a club banger song called The Jump. You had of course White Men Can't Jump. The movie and the song were out. So it's like crazy. There was a lot of jump around. We had Brand Nubian with Punk's Jump Just to Get Beat Down. That was released in 93. So it was like a lot of songs about jump. But this is a banger, man. It holds up. This is on our tailgate playlist. This gets played. I don't know how you cannot. I also, Top of the Morning Sea is another one that we have from this record, the House of Pain record. Which, came out once again in 92. This made it to #3 in the United States and #8 in the UK.
Which I can see, but also I'm a little surprised it didn't go a little higher. But that's okay. That's all right.
It's all right.
This is the Skateway song that I used to literally jump to on skates, not to brag. But we all know I'm a little skater girl here.
You are a skater girl. She was a skater girl.
So see you later, girl.
That's right. We're gonna do this. All right. So here's a little bit of Jump Around. If you don't remember this one,
because take you back, you guys. Get
come
ready.
On. The minute this starts. This is at weddings.
Look at
And they were accused of saying this was a Prince sample, but it is not. They said it is not a Prince sample.
I really didn't know any of the words except for Jump Around.
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk, you better back up. Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, monks, listen, funk flow. Someone's fucking junk, yeah, I'll bust them in the eye. And then I'll take the punks out, feeling funky. Amps in a trunk and I got more rhymes than this cops at a junkie. Donut shop, sure enough, I got props from the kids on the hill. From all of my pops, I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around.
Let's go, Amanda, jump in those skates.
Woo! Jump around.
The new TikTok incoming. Amanda. I mean, they still play this at every sporting event I go to. Anytime I go see the Rangers, anytime I've seen the Giants, this is an arena banger for sure. I mean, they do it in between. It's a great hype up song. Every kid here, everybody who knows the song, little kids, they hear it, they know.
Yes, they start jumping around.
I mean, come on.
And when you like scale back this song and remove like vocals and the really like funk to it,
Yeah.
it has some of the most annoying sounds in it. But together, collectively, it just
Does have a lot of it
is
has a lot of
so
samples.
great.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, they have a lot of samples in it, and they sampled stuff from a bunch of different songs. They had a bunch of different beats.
Really fun though.
Yeah, it's really good. Oh yeah, that was at the horn flourish. It opens. The song comes from Bob and Earl's Harlem Shuffle. It also borrows elements from other tracks as well, including Tramp by Lowell Folsom and You're No Good by Harvey Avern.
It's good.
So these are all the different things. And no, that's not Prince. They have gone on record saying that is not Prince. It's not a sample of Prince's voice. That doesn't exist. But they got challenged by it for a while.
And I think, you know what, as we create more and more music, like it's just going to get challenged more because sounds are going to get duplicated. There's likely
that sound is actually a saxophone sample from Shoot Your Shot by Junior Walker and the All-Stars.
How interesting.
That's what that's from, not Prince's Scream Get Off, the 1991 track Get Off.
Crazy.
So, all right. So, Amanda, here's where I rate Jump Around. This is an iconic song. This will get the party started anywhere, anytime. Is it a song I could listen to forever? No. But is it a song that I love? Yes. So I give this song a 4.5 records. It belongs at every party playlist, not just a Super Bowl party playlist or tailgate play. It should be on every party playlist. It is a banger.
I like it, and I agree, and it makes me sound way cooler than I am. That I
makes you sound so much cooler.
I know. I really fizzle out if I jump around too much, though. Let's be honest. All right, moving along to your second song to me, Chris Baglia, which now it makes sense that this is coming from a playlist that you guys all party to, which is The Booze Cruise by Blackjack Billy, because I was like, that's interesting that this is on there.
Yes. Do you know this song? Did you know the song before?
No, I have to admit, no, I did not. But yet, as soon as I heard it once, I was like, it's like I've known it forever.
So I have to credit my friend Kevin Williams for this one because he was the one that started playing this. The one that I married him and Meg. He is the one that started playing this everywhere we went, and I'm like, this song is hilarious. Like I hadn't heard it before he started playing it everywhere, and it's just like one of his go-to like hype songs that we put on every playlist, whether we're hanging out at the pool, summertime, tailgating, partying, New Year, whatever. It always pops up, and it's made its way onto tailgate party playlists. And it is now a party staple. And I mean, how could you not? It's a fun. It's all about partying. Booze Cruise.
It's so catchy, yet it doesn't become an annoying earworm, in my opinion, which I really like. Like, it doesn't overstay itself in my brain. Right. And it went double platinum in Canada, of all places. And then #1 in Australia. So there you go, Ian.
#1 in Australia.
So it's funny. It's got some cheeky lyrics, just playing off of drinking and having a good time and men liking women and all that good stuff, which we've discussed a million times on this show, that men are not complicated when it comes to women.
No. And the song was written in 45 minutes, by the way.
Which, when you listen to it, you can see that that's not a stretch.
No.
It's a very basic song. It's just
fun.
catchy and it's fun.
It's a drinking song.
Yeah.
It's a drinking song. So everybody's going nuts about Shabuzi and all that song, the bar, so tipsy. Everybody getting tipsy. Like, which is a fun song, but you know what? I like this one.
I think you can.
The tipsy song's great. It's fun. It's an earworm. It's a good hanging out. It's a good party song.
Yeah.
But it's a little played out right now.
I think you can dance to it, like do a little line dancing type of thing to that song more. And I think that's why the success or the playability is a little bit more than The Booze Cruise. And I just love Blackjack Billy. Like, what a fun name.
What a fun name. Amanda's going to be a Blackjack Billy fan from now on.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are an American country rock group composed of Noel Billings and Clayton Shea, Jeff Copeland, and Weston Jordan, based in Nashville, and they describe their music as redneck rock. The Booze Cruise was released in March of 2013.
Which is hard to believe that old already.
Yeah. Let's go, Booze Cruise.
A new pontoon, roll out now, hit the lake by noon. You bring the drinks, I crank the tunes. Get some hot sun, Jeep full of girls couldn't get no hotter. Flag them down, holler, won't you follow? There's a party floating on the water. It's going down right now. cutting loose. So come on, jump on the blues cruise. You don't need no bait, no line, because we're just catching us a buzz. Pass around some of that good stuff till dawn. It's on. Joe got drunk and fell in the lake. Ray passed out, but make no mistake. In a minute now, he'll wake and bake. Burn it up, turn it up. Come on, jump on the blues cruise. Summer groove. I wanna see your booty move. Woo! So many hotties. Who wants to do a body shot off straight bikini? We call that a hillbilly martini. All aboard, we're cutting loose. So come on.
Oh my God, a hillbilly martini. There you go.
That's the thing. The country fans, like the core country fans, like they don't mind being called hillbilly or redneck. I mean, they understand. I have some tendencies, I'll admit, to be a little hillbilly and a little redneckish.
You'll admit that.
I So you're gonna admit that, Amanda?
You're gonna admit that to everybody here, to the tens of people watching and listening.
Okay, now I might regret those words, but I did say them. So yeah, there are some things that, especially if I'm like trying to like fix something, or there's a process that goes in my mind that isn't necessarily educational. It's instinctive.
Yeah, it's instinctive.
And my hillbilly roots come out. So there's that. So okay, how do I rate this song?
How do you rate Blackjack Billy's
You know what?
Cruise?
It says I'm going to give it a 4.2. I think it's fun.
Wow.
I think it is not just a good Super Bowl Sunday song. I think it's a great summer playlist song. I would assume you have it on your summer playlist. It's just
absolutely.
You're outside doing some yard work. It's fun, and it's not explicit or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about who's listening. It's just a little cheeky.
I mean, I saw some comments, people like, "Oh, this song's so misogynistic and all that." I'm like, it just, you know what? Does anybody remember any? Like, come on, like, just have fun. It's just fun.
I'm a micro feminist.
Yeah,
I'll call myself. And listen, we've talked on this show. Men, again, are simple. Yeah. They just like women's anatomy, and women use it to your advantage. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Now, Dave doesn't like it, which is okay, Dave.
That's
3.0, it's a good bluegrass rock song, but the topic of alcohol repulses me, and that's fine. I mean, listen.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's respectable, and not everybody's into those kinds of songs, but still 3.0 puts it mid for him. That's good.
Mid.
He also gave House of Pain 3.1. I'm burned out on him. Okay,
Understood.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it is overplayed. No doubt. But
the last 30 years, it's been a core song.
Yeah.
So it has been overplayed.
Song. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Cruising along.
Your final song to me is, of course, a classic. I mean, come on. This song is, I mean, I think we've covered this song before, too. Oh, by the way, my aunt coming in with, I give Blackjack Billy a 4.0. My aunt, Lakin.
Baglio. I like it.
Sorry. Well, she can party it up, so she's good.
Ooh,
she gets it. All right. So this is a legendary song. It is at every wedding. It's at every outing. This is as big now. I feel like, well, it's probably bigger than Bon Jovi's "Living on a Prayer," but I put it in the same stable as "Living on a Prayer" because you can't go to any wedding, you can't go to any sporting event. This is on everywhere. This song will never go away. It's in the Library of Congress now officially.
It should be.
And I agree. It's and it has taken on an entire life of its own. Like, it really is. Yeah. It has been covered. You hear marching bands. I mean, it is ingrained in American culture. And what song am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about one of Journey's biggest hits, released in 1981, the opening track from Escape, "Don't Stop Believin'."
Because don't stop believing, folks.
Don't stop believing. Listen.
Don't stop believing.
Everybody knows the song. Amanda was actually born in South Detroit. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, that's me.
Amanda's from South Detroit. Amanda, what is South Detroit like?
It doesn't really exist, with the exception of it's anything south of Detroit down to the Michigan border, which I do technically qualify as living in.
Yeah. You met Marcus in South Detroit, right? Just a city boy?
Yes, just a city boy.
Right. He took the midnight train going anywhere?
did. And he found me in the parking lot.
Doing push-ups. One arm push-ups.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, on January 26, 2024, the RIAA certified Don't Stop Believin' at 18 times platinum, a jump from 5 times platinum in 2013. The new certification reflects streaming and signals that the song is immensely popular across generations. Other songs to reach that milestones are all far more recent, like Sunflower by Post Malone. Based on these figures, it's safe to say Don't Stop Believin' is the most widely popular song of all time in America. You can play it to anyone and they'll recognize it. The next closest thing from the pre-streaming era is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You with a 14 times platinum certification in 2024.
Doesn't that say so
Isn't
much?
that insane?
It is insane.
Yeah.
And you know what? What I really like, and I don't know, I can't think of the singer's name at the top of my head,
Steve
but
Perry.
thank you. Where he almost came home. He almost stopped.
Yeah.
And the dad was like, you need to stay the course. You got this dream. Let's get you to the finish line. And my goodness, think if that dad would not have said that.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we wouldn't have been Don't Stop Believin'.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. We would have never had it. So anyway, I know everybody in America knows the song. Everybody in the world knows the song, but I'm going to play just a little bit. So that way people on YouTube can accuse of not listening to the entire song.
Ever.
Yeah.
5 seasons in.
5 seasons in. We've never listened to the whole song. How can you guys rate a
A
song?
singer in a smoky room. The smell of wine and cheap perfume.
Always want to hit those
For
notes.
a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night.
I mean, what more do you need?
I want to play the whole thing, but I'm gonna get sucked in.
I know.
I mean, but everybody's heard this song. I mean,
and listen, you can go to
except
the
for the people on YouTube who are gonna accuse us of not listening to
exactly.
the song.
But you can go to our Song Swap Showdown 2025 playlist. All of our songs that we're talking about today and in the past are on there, so take a listen there.
Yeah, and I agree. Dave said I've stopped believing in Journey, but he goes, I do respect the singer's rights. Steve
Same.
Perry has got a voice that is
It's
unmatched.
remarkable.
One of the most recognizable male singers in history of modern music. Absolutely outstanding singer. Journey, great band, put out so many great records. This song, of course, so spoiler alert, if you've never watched The Sopranos, I'm going to spoil it for you right now. It is the last song that they use as the whole family meets at Holston's Ice Cream Shop, which I was just by, right around the corner from, because we did, Radio Garden State did a live broadcast from Obel's Inn last week with Weird New Jersey, and Holston's is right down the street where they filmed the final scene in The Sopranos, where this song plays when Tony puts it on the jukebox. For all those reasons, I don't care. I will never get sick of this song, ever.
Tell me a good rating.
This is a 5 record song. I don't care. Well, there we go. I don't care what anybody thinks. This is a 5 record song. Don't Stop Believin'.
Ever.
Awesome.
Ever.
I love it.
Never stop.
I love it. Never stop
Thanks for that.
believing that the Philadelphia Eagles will lose the Super Bowl this weekend.
Ooh,
Don't stop believing.
I'm gonna hope for that for you, Chris Baglio. I'm gonna hope for that. I love it. I appreciate that 5 records. And let's just jump right into your third.
Let's
To
go.
Me, Party Up by DMX.
Yeah.
You know what cracks me up about this? This is such a wild song. There's an explicit version, there's a censored version, and then there's the radio/video version. You know it's a bad song when there's 3 different versions that have to get cut.
It is
That's
DMX.
crazy to me.
I cannot believe he died. He died at the age of 50, man. What a young man. I'm 50. I'm going to be 51 next month. Come on.
The older we get, the more you're like, wow, that was really young.
Really young. I
Which
mean,
we always knew 50 was young-ish, but now we're like, no, that's young.
Yeah. Yep. Couldn't
But,
stop the cocaine. Sorry.
in
But
the
DMX, great. Just party, man. Party it up with DMX.
But not too hard. Don't party too hard.
Don't party too hard because you can get a heart attack and die.
Like all of these songs, the people who know these songs, the beginnings of all of them are so iconic. The same with this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know many people who probably don't know this song, especially if they go to sporting events. It's so well known, so well heard. I think it's been played so much.
But
but not in a terrible way, appropriate way. It does get you going. Yeah, so let's give a little taste for those who have never maybe heard this song, but probably everyone has. And Dave is already rating it, saying that he's giving 3.6 for DMX.
All right, 3.6 for DMX.
3.6.
All right.
And I mean, is that going to be where I kind of land? Maybe, Dave. Maybe.
Let's go. I mean, the party is starting.
Woo! Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. All your men that been in jail before, suck my dick. And all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, done quick. I fuck you going poke the dog with some bum shit. They go to gun click. Now one shit.
Obviously, we're listening to the explicit version, which is good. It's a party. We're gonna party it up.
It's a party, and you know these are the one. This is the song that's on everyone's playlist. This version, come on,
That
everyone.
version is on everybody's playlist. Everybody's playlist.
There's a lot of naughty in this, but that's okay. That's okay.
It's good.
That's the reality of it.
By the way, because this is a channel you are allowed to watch, this was voted number 56 on VH1's 100 greatest songs of the 2000s.
And by that point, I had already moved out and was watching MTV.
Right.
You know what? This song is this my style of music all the time? No. But when you are at a place, you're at a sporting event, you're getting pumped up for that event. I mean, you're going to hear it. And it's appropriate for this playlist today. So while I traditionally would not listen to this or ever put it on necessarily, I would give it for this playlist 4 records. And I think that's totally fair for that.
Yes.
I mean, it's hard for me to give more than that because it just is. But
well, listen, it's an appropriate Super Bowl party playlist. It's a party song. It's called Party Up, for crying out loud.
That's right. And Aunt Cindy is not giving this song. I just want to be very clear, Chris. This song a 5 records. She's given Journey's Don't Stop Believin' 5 records.
Yes.
I didn't want anyone to be confused.
Yeah, lest you be confused. But this is a great party song for sure. It is an excellent party song. So, all right, guys, there you go. We have given you 6 songs to add to your playoff party playlist, your Super Bowl party playlist, whatever, the big game, whatever. We have given you 6 songs. Hopefully you guys like these 6 songs. We would love to hear from you. Mm-hmm. What songs would make your list? Let us know in the comments wherever you're watching this or listening to this in the future, which would be anywhere you get podcasts. So make sure you hit that follow button. Of course, on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get notified when we go live, when we drop video highlights, all those things. They all happen on YouTube. So do all those things because those little actions, man, they make a big, big difference in our lives as creators, as any creator that you follow. Please do that. And I do want to once again wish Mr. Johnny Beyond, John Pica, host of Back of the Cereal Box, who always intros our show, a very speedy recovery. He seems like he's doing a lot better. I'm seeing some videos. He's been posting it on Facebook. So, Johnny, we love you. Get well soon, buddy. Hope to see you back in action very, very soon. So you take care of yourself, man, because
right.
you know, I would say you have got luck on your side right now. Someone's watching over you, bud.
I would agree. And as we said the last couple of weeks, if everyone can go over there and flood him with positive comments and likes and just all the things, because that is huge to a creator, especially as he takes a little time off to recover. So that would be a big, big help.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll pop the link in our notes as well. So that way, if you want to give Johnny a follow or send him a well wish, do that over at Back of the Cereal Box. We'll put some links in there for you as well. All right, guys. So listen, I want to remind you before you depart is to make sure the station that we're on here, on top of being on our new YouTube channel and Facebook, we're also on Radio Garden State. So make sure you listen to Radio Garden State on RadioGardenState.com. You can also listen to the Odyssey app, the TuneIn app, and on any Alexa device by saying, Alexa, play Radio Garden State on TuneIn. So those are all the places. Yeah. Support Radio Garden State. Keep it tuned here all day. Lots of great music, lots of great shows all day long on Radio Garden State. And hope you guys all have a fun week, a fun weekend. Stay safe. Boo the Philadelphia Eagles. Boo the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care who wins, but definitely not the Eagles. Definitely not the Eagles. All right. Any final words, Amanda?
No, just I don't. What do you say? How do you follow up with that, Chris Bagley? We don't want anyone to win. So there we go. And
I want to win money. That's what I want to win.
refs were watching you.
Yeah, refs were watching you.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. As the confetti rains down and then Kelsey proposes to T-Swizzle. This is Taylor Swift.
That's just never going to happen.
It's happening.
Do you really
Mark
think
my words. Mark my words. Here it comes.
But what if he loses and he can't?
No, it's happening. They're not
We're good.
losing. Come on. Let's
Predictions.
Let's get
Predictions.
All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate all of you, and we will see you next week for another episode here of Song Swap Showdown. Have an awesome week, guys. Love you. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers. Bye.